Good morning and welcome to the channel. I came in this morning quite early to the office. It's now 5 to 8 in the morning, and actually a lovely morning. A bit chill in the air, but washed with sunshine. Actually a beautiful day. So why did I come in early? Well, today we're going to go through a refresher course on pipe smoking. I received an email from someone who wants to start smoking a pipe to try and cut down his cigarette smoke. As we all know, pipe tobacco and pipe smoking is an entirely different habit of cigarette smoking. And we're going to touch that subject in a minute in regards of nicotine and the method and the way it's delivered and the basic difference between pipe smoking and cigarette smoking. We're going to talk that in a minute. But anyway, he asked me to give him some points, that he can follow. So I directed him towards a video that I've once done. What do you need for pipe smoking? A starter kit, and know your tobacco leaf that I recorded in the past as well. If you check my channel, you'll find those videos. Because it's important to know every tobacco has got a different flavor, from Virginia to Burley to Kentucky to Black Cavendish to Latakia leaf, Perique. Yeah, one needs to know what are the tobacco leaf, what kind of cuts they come in to you in the tin, or it comes to you in bulk. Each tobacco leaf has got its own nuance. That went through in other videos. So, but then I thought to myself, when people find a channel and they find someone who's talking about pipe smoking, they listen to it, very interesting, and then they got questions. But a lot of times they don't go searching on his channel to see if he ever spoken about it, because you can't pack in every single video tips and advice, because a lot of times you just try out different blends, different pipes, so you can't put in too much information. If you follow someone from the beginning, so you know that during his videos he puts in quite a lot of information. For instance, myself, I put in quite a lot of information about these sort of things, the basics, the starting, and my experience and all that. So you need to follow someone from video to video, and then you get all the information. Every video has got a bit of information, so you add it all up. But I did record quite comprehensive videos about these subjects, but it's been a while ago and people don't go searching a few months ago videos. Anyways, so I decided that I sort of gonna make a recording of a fairly concentrated video, sort of A to Z refresher type of thing. And hopefully in the future I'll be able to point people to this video as well. And those who are new to the channel will be able to watch this video, as it's going to be fairly new. It'll appear on the channel starter page without having actually to search for it. Okay, so now it's already 4 minutes in, just to give you a sort of an idea of what's this video about. Right. So let's start with the basics. All right, pipe smoking is for a few things. First, I'm talking really much of my perspective of it, but I think it's most like that. So pipe smoking is really a relaxation, the taste of tobacco, and the love of pipes, and the enjoyment of variations of tobacco, of pipe tobacco, and of course the nicotine. Now, the nicotine, as we spoke earlier, as I'm talking to a lot of cigarette smokers, or vapors for that matter as well, of course vaping is much healthier than cigarette smoking, right? I'm not putting them in the same basket. I'm talking about it in regards of nicotine delivery. nicotine is absorbed through various ways, either through your lungs for cigarette smokers and vapors, or through the tissue in your mouth and your nostrils. Now, of course, it's a much slower delivery to the bloodstream if nicotine is absorbed through your mouth and nostrils. Therefore, pipe smoking is not an addiction to nicotine as cigarette smoking or vaping, right? You do 100% get a nicotine delivery through pipe smoking, but in a much slower pace. And it's going to take you a while to get used to going down from nicotine dosage of a cigarette smoker to a pipe smoker. So we're going to talk about that in a minute, how to overcome that issue, but that you have to be aware of. After a while you get used to it, and it's going to be enough for you, the nicotine from pipe smoking, without needing to inhale. So that is the first thing. Second, the difference between pipe smoking and cigarette smoking is the way you smoke it. A cigarette smoke, you smoke it to get the nicotine, because the taste of a cigarette is awful, especially after you smoke a pipe and vape. It is absolutely awful. It is the paper, the chemicals, the cheap rubbish of Virginia leaf that is nearly dust, with a bit of burley in it maybe. Yeah, it is. Pipe smoking is, you will see the difference straight away, even if it's the first time you smoked a pipe. The tobacco is pure, beautiful looking, smells delicious, and with a room note that is much better than cigarette smoke, that is for sure. And the flavors are, yeah, chalk and cheese, right? So that is the basics. To relax, to smoke a pipe, you need to be relaxed. And if you're not relaxed, if you slow it down, it would relax you. Now, pipe smoking also, most blends, you need to smoke slow. You can't puff it like you do on a cigar or on a cigarette. You need to smoke it slow, and the reason is because of the heat. So what is a pipe? The chamber of a pipe is really like a furnace, right? You put into pipe tobacco in it, you light it, and you burn it. It creates heat. Now, also because there is moisture in the leaf, it will create steam. So when you inhale the smoke through your mouthpiece, what you get is a mixture of smoke of the burning leaf and the steam of the heat. And that steam is a wet steam. It's not a dry, it's a wet steam, and that can cause tongue bites. That is a sensation that is really off-putting to most. It burns your tongue. Basically, it burns your tongue because the heat. So what you do is you need to smoke it slow. You need, those who suffer from tongue bite, I mentioned it in other videos, how to avoid tongue bite is either to allow the tobacco to dry a bit, to get it less moist. If you're smoking high sugar contents leaf like Virginias and some aromatics, you want to maybe use a filter that I'm going to talk about in a minute as well, or a longer shank pipe, like a church warden. Okay, so there is a few options to avoid tongue bite, but the main best way to avoid tongue bite is smoking it slow and sipping the smoke. Now that is also not only good for tongue bite, it's also very important for you to be able to taste the flavors. The quicker you smoke, becomes too hot and you don't taste the flavor. You'll taste smoke, yes, and if it's an English blend, you'll taste the smokiness. That is true, but you wouldn't taste the finer nuances like the tangy, the citrusy, the sweet, the fruity, you know, all those, the brown sugar from Cavendish's, the spice from Perique's and Latakia, and Turkish. So you want to taste it, so you need to smoke it slow. Okay, so what we're going to do is now, let's talk about what you need. Okay, so a guy decides in the morning he wants to smoke a pipe. Okay, what now? Well, I did address it, as I said, in what you need, but today we're going to touch it quick. So you've got a few options. Either you need a pipe, right? You need a pipe to smoke. So either you go for the cheapest option, which is a corn cob, and by no means the least recommended. In fact, very recommended. A corn cob is, in many ways, better than briar in certain aspects, especially for a new pipe smoker. You don't need to break in a pipe. That we're going to talk about in a minute as well. You don't need to break in a pipe, corn cob. It's like a meerschaum. Yeah, so I've got here a meerschaum. So a meerschaum and a corn cob, or of course a meerschaum is much more expensive because the material and it absorbs moisture much better than corn cob. But the corn cob has got some resemblance to a meerschaum that I think I spoke about no longer actually in one of my videos. I think a Luminaire blend. So what it does is it absorbs, it's porous, it absorbs the moisture, so it keeps the smoke dry, cool, and avoid tongue bite. And also, so you can smoke it off the bat without worrying about it. Just when you finish the smoke, you just give it a good clean, like you do with a meerschaum. That I mentioned how to look after a meerschaum in another video. Yeah, you're gonna have to search my channel as well. Unfortunately, I can't put everything in. It'll take an hour. You take a towel paper and you twist and turn until it comes out fairly clean, no black to it. Yeah, so corn cob is cheap and cheerful. You can buy one, start off your pipe smoking journey and see how you get on. Now you can buy them non-filtered and filtered. This is, for instance, 6 mil filtered. This is a Cornell and Deal. No, this is a Missouri meerschaum and what was it? Yeah, Missouri meerschaum. I'll put a link to it. I'll put a name to this corn cob in on the screen for you to find it. Any corn cob. Yeah, there is some filters, some non-filters, but that we're going to come to if tongue bite. So we're going to come to it in a minute. I want to go through a certain yeah. So it's either a corn cob or, for instance, a briar pipe. The Hardcastle that I actually don't have here in this minute. The Hardcastle pipes are cheap. You got quite a few options to buy. Good quality briar for 30-40 pounds. If you want to go to a bit more expensive, you can go to a Peterson pipe. Yeah, but don't go overboard, don't go over expensive. Just buy according to your budget, because you don't know how you're gonna find pipe smoking. It has to work, and it also needs persevering, and you need a bit of patience to get it, to get it right. Okay, so you've chosen your pipe. So what you need is as well pipe cleaners, and that goes without saying that after you smoke a pipe, you need to clean your pipe. Now, if it's a brand new pipe and it is not a corn cob or a meerschaum, you need to break it in. How do you break it in? By smoking it. There's no other way. You need to smoke your pipe to break it in. So, when you smoke your pipe, now some people say you fill up a third and then you smoke it slow, and then you smoke another third the next time, and slowly you build up. You can do that, but what I say is put in how much tobacco you want and just smoke it. That's it. After a while you see carbon cake starts to build up. Now, when you smoke a brand new pipe, you need to be careful. You need to smoke it slow, not to make it burning hot. Otherwise, you can actually damage the wood. Now, I put a bit of honey. I coat the pipe bowl inside with a bit of honey. That would prevent, first of all, a bit of taste of a brand new wood in your smoke. Yeah. Second, in my opinion, it does protect the wood a bit. And the most important, it traps the ash to the walls of the bowl. And that is very good for aiding carbon cake buildup. What is carbon cake? Carbon cake is basically carbon and the ash. So yeah, and if you can see, I don't know if you can see in here, in this, nah, you won't be able to see it, but anyway, there is a very thin, if you put your finger in, it's a bit of a rough layer of carbon cake inside the bowl. That is from smoking it. So you need to break it in slowly. If it is a briar, if it is a meerschaum and corncob, just go for it. Just give it a cook clean. You do not want carbon cake. So you got your pipe. So which pipe you want? So I brought here a few pipes. So for instance, if you suffer from tongue bite that you don't know yet because you're a brand new smoker, but most chances are you do. I don't so much. Yeah, most times I don't, but some people are sensitive. So what I suggest is to buy a filtered pipe to start off with. And what I do is I buy a 6mm. For instance, all these Savinellis are 6mm, and they give you an adapter as well. So in case you don't suffer from tongue bite, you don't have to use a filter. So you put a 6mm filter in it if you suffer from tongue bite. And if you realize you don't, just take it out and just pack your pipe a bit stronger, a bit tighter, to restrict a bit the airflow to compensate of a lack of a filter on enabled filter pipe. That's what I do. And so like this, you have the option. If you want, you can buy as well a 9mm filter. And this is my LCS Briars. This is already an artisan pipe. That's very expensive, but this you can buy when you got experience already and you know for sure you're going to enjoy it. So this is a 9mm filter, and of course they come in charcoal. So this is a quite known white elephant 6mm, and this is a 9mm Peterson charcoal filter. So what you do is you just put it in and smoke away. It will reduce a bit the airflow, and then when you finish, just take out the filter. Don't leave it in there because it's moist and disgusting. You just throw it out. You can smoke 2 bowls. Don't smoke more than 2 bowls because then it'll give it a bitter taste. Throw it out, take the pipe cleaner, and what you do is you give it a... Now, if it's a new pipe, do not clean this very thoroughly, the bowl. So what I do is, if it's a brand new pipe, when I finish the bowl, I cover the bowl with my palm of my hand, give this a good shake. That ash won't spread everywhere in the bowl. Then you just tip it out and you use one of your pipe tools that I haven't come to yet. Just to, you know, to shovel out all that pipe, there's a leaf, and if something is stuck, use this one here, like that. And what I do is as well, I gently blow out just to make sure there's any big pieces of leaf out, and just leave it. And then after a day or two, you need to leave it to dry, so don't smoke your pipe immediately again. You want to give it a bit of time to dry. If you've got 2 pipes, that's where you need 2 pipes to allow one to dry and the smoke the other. If you use corncob or meerschaum, you don't need to wait because it absorbs the moisture straight away. You can smoke as many blends as you want on it without allowing it to dry. That is another plus. So anyway, so then what you take is a pipe cleaner and you gently through the shank without actually disturbing much the, I don't know if it's too dark here. The bowl, you can see it entering the bowl. Yeah, all right, forget that. Just to the entrance of the bowl, and make sure you clean this well, and you can double it. And as well the mouthpiece, yeah, you put in your pipe cleaner through the mouthpiece. It's common sense, right? Just clean it well, and that's it. And when you can see already a thin layer of carbon cake, then you can actually clean the bowl a bit more. You double this, and you sort of, yep, always keep your pipes clean and fresh. They will last you for forever. You can pass it on to your children, in fact. The more you smoke the pipe, the better. It will season in. Now, in regards of pipes per blend, well, there is some people who smoke Virginia, one pipe. Vapors, another pipe. I'm not as crazy. I'm not as fussy as that. What I do is I keep one pipe for aromatics, one pipe for non-aromatics, and that's more or less it. And if there is a bit of ghosting, what's called, that is a bit of flavor from the previous blend. So if it's aromatic, it doesn't bother me at all. If it's non-aromatic, so if it's in English and I smoke the vapor first and then I smoke in English, so what? For me, it doesn't bother at all. If it bothers you, get yourself a few pipes, either a few concobs, but as a starter, one pipe is enough, of course. And now we're coming to the second, well, another subject, is what pipe tobacco. So you want to smoke a pipe, you want to eat pipe tobacco. So here is a bit of a wide and varied subject, because I can go on talking about it now for 2 hours. Okay, so what I suggest is, you see, pure Virginias and vapors, for instance, do produce a bit more heat than an English blend or Burley Kentucky blend. Yeah, so it all depends what you've been smoking. If you've been smoking golden leaf roll-ups, Virginia, you want something similar, I assume. You don't want something completely different. It all depends on your preference and personal taste, and that you can check the channel. I reviewed quite a few blends so far, and see what I think of them and decide what you fancy. You want English, that is with smoky, Latakia leaf, or Balkan, that is very similar, a bit more on the spiciness of the Turkish leaf, or do you want a pure Virginia that is sort of sweet, sweeter leaf and a bit of fruitiness, tanginess to it, a bit of nutty, earthy. It's a lovely, I love Virginias, but you gotta smoke them slower. Yeah, or a Virginia with a Perique blend, or if you fancy a aromatic with a bit of flavor to it, so you get the natural leaf and you get a bit of a topping. So it's really down to you. What I suggest is to buy one blend according to what you think you will enjoy most, and try it. And after a while, you build up a sort of a like, dislike. What do you like more? You know. And yeah, that's the way I did it, and that's the way I'm still doing it. Yeah. Okay, so now you chose your blend, and you've got your pipe, and of course you've got your tool that you can buy anywhere for a few pennies. This is a 3-in-1 pipe tool. Now, if you want to keep the stem in good condition, you buy a what is it called, a bite. So you can get them in black, and that dresses on top of the like over here, and you can get them in white as well. You can get them on Amazon, you can get them anywhere. Yeah, it's called bits, bite stem protectors. Yeah, so you're all set. Oh, need a lighter. So what you need is, you can either use matches or a lighter, but you want a lighter with a yellow flame, soft flame, that can wouldn't first of all burn the top of the rim of your pipe. That's very important. And it produces heat, a soft flame. Otherwise a torch will overburn your leaf. It's not a cigar. So you want it to burn it slowly. So now what we're going to do is, oh, I forgot one thing. In regards of pipes, you can get them straight. This is a Peterson. I just took randomly. You can take them bent, yeah, and you can take them slightly bent, or you can try this. That I haven't actually recorded a review yet. This is a falcon pipe. A falcon pipe is in similarities to a corn cob in a way, and to a measurement. Why? Because it actually absorbs all the moisture in the base, and you've got here this filter, and it absorbs the moisture, and the tobacco itself is in a standalone bowl, so it remains cool, smoke and dry. And this as well, this is a Shalalai design, straight. You can get them also bent. This actually cools the smoke as it goes. It's aluminium, so this is another option. You can buy them fairly cheap on many vendors. But one day I will review this pipe. I actually recorded a video on it, and yeah, it's going to be ages till you'll see it actually, but never mind. So now, so you've got your pipe, you chose your pipes. I'm going to now choose one of these pipes. Which pipes? I'm going to go with this one. This is the Peterson Killarney that I reviewed in the past, a gorgeous pipe. And I'm going to smoke today the Midnight Ride by Dan Tobacco, as well reviewed. And this is a delicious English. So we're already 26 minutes. Yeah, I knew it was going to take me a while, but anyway, this is not filtered. But now we're going to talk about how do you light a pipe and how do you smoke your pipe. That's the most important, right? So always smell your tobacco before you smoke it. That gives you an idea of what you're going to taste. As well, read the flavor description on the tin or on the website, wherever it is. It gives you an idea. So in your mind, you already start associating certain flavors with your upcoming smoke. Just one second. Just the door was buzzed. No one is here. I got to see to the front door. Ah, yeah, it was a delivery. Okay. Yeah, always read the description and smell your pipe blend. This smells smoky, spicy. I reviewed this tobacco. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. You'll smell that earthy, the natural fermentation of the leaf, like cut hay, breadiness, and associate those flavors with something you know or what comes immediately to your mind. You need a bit of imagination when it comes to pipe tobacco, otherwise it's fairly boring. You might think, oh, this blend is similar to this, so you need to focus and you need to concentrate, and then you realize that it's like whiskey. Every whiskey has got different notes and different taste to another whiskey. It's not all whiskey flavor. Oh no. Whiskey is no two whiskey are the same, and the same as pipe tobacco. No pipe tobacco is the same, but it takes time. It takes time to build your palate and to your mind. Yeah. You need patience, but believe me, it's worth persevering. So you've got your pipe, so you pack it. Now, some people will tell you, pack it this, pack it that. Look, just take the leaf. So it depends what leaf it is. This is ribbon cuts, easy to pack. If it's a flake, you could either fold the flake into four, put it in your bowl, or shred it in your hands. You'll see many people do it. Just shred it, common sense, shred it. Whichever way is best for you to fill up your bowl. It doesn't make a difference how you put it. This way, that way. The main thing is when you put a lighter to it, it will smoke. But you want to pack it in such a way that you wouldn't have to need to relight a million times. So what you do is the bottom layer you keep a bit loose, there is airflow. And then the top layers you just pack down a bit tighter. That's all there is to it. So I'm taking I'm taking a bit of leaf. Oh, I just made a mess. And I am shoving in, this is a ribbon cut, so it's easy. With your fingers, just feel a bit of resistance there and let go. And then you take another pinch, and there you already push it down a bit further still. And then the third one, you do even tighter. Then if you got a filter, so you'll straight away restrict the airflow already, so don't overpack it. If it doesn't have a filter, you test it. And now, sometimes you get a leaf. Yeah, so what? You inhale, you draw, and you pack at the same time. Don't forget, the bottom layer is a bit loose, so it will restrict it, and as you light it, it will start packing down. As you tamp it down, we'll come to that in a minute. So now you want to light it, right? So where's my light? So what you do is you do the first light. It's like a campfire. As soon as a campfire has been lit and you extinguish the fire, right? And then you want to relight it. It will light much quicker, right? Same thing, pipe tobacco. So you give it a first light and turning in circular motion to cover the whole surface of the bowl. That's why you want a pipe lighter, because you can see where the flame is actually directed, right in your bowl. Now, already you're going to taste the delicious flavors of your blend, but you need to get it lit properly in order to relax and enjoy it. So now what you need is your tamper. Tamper is very important because the main flavor of your pipe tobacco is coming from the heated leaf below the burning leaf. So what you're doing is you're pushing down the lit leaf downwards to start heating up the lower layers, and from the heat it releases all those oils and flavors like a tea bag in hot water, basically. Same idea. So that's why you need to tamp it down. So now what we're going to do is relight. Yeah. Now when you relight, it will lit up much quicker. But if it's a fresh leaf like mine, I just took it out from the jar because I don't need to dry it. I don't suffer from tongue bite. Also, this is in an English blend. It burns cooler than a pure Virginia. But if you suffer from tongue bite, allow your tobacco to dry for a good 20 minutes to half an hour on pure Virginias, any blend. If it is very moist like an aromatic and it's like gooey for over an hour, 2 hours even. And if it's flake cut or whole flake, leave it for longer. But if you haven't got the time and you haven't got the patience, you just want to smoke already, I prefer my tobacco moist, and I don't mind the relighting. A few relights and it will go, no problem at all. So if you don't suffer from tongue bite, or if you got a filter, or if you got a long stem pipe, you don't have to allow it to dry. Just relight. Now, you inhale the smoke. I'm not going to smoke it the way you should smoke it now, because I'm recording a video and I can see the time is moving forward. It's already 34 minutes. Take your time. And if need be, we're going to have to relight because I'm talking too much. Now, what you do is, in advance, you made yourself a coffee, I assume. You need to drink while you're smoking a pipe. It moistens the mouth. You taste better the flavors. You're less chance of a tongue bite because you're washing off the heat. It's very advisable. In fact, I highly recommend to drink something while you smoke a pipe. So you sit back in your most, where's my light? You sit back in your most relaxed corner on wherever it is, your garden, your armchair, if your wife allows you to smoke indoors, or in the office in my case, or in the, you know, wherever it is, just relax. Just, you know, when you're going to smoke a pipe, you realize that suddenly your mind is pondering and you're thinking about this, about that. Yeah, it's very relaxing. Sip the smoke like this. Now, when you release the smoke, circle it in your mouth and allow it also to go out through your nose. If you're a cigarette smoker, you know exactly how to do that. Retro inhale. Don't need a lot of smoke. You'll taste the flavors of that blend, even with a tiny amount of smoke. In fact, it's recommended that way, yeah? Now, tap it down every once in a while. And if it needs relighting, relight it. Taste the smoke. Associate those nuances that you're tasting with something. Read the blend description while you smoke. In the beginning, smoky, bready, a bit of spice, a touch of tanginess, and relight. Really good English blend, this one. Midnight Ride. Now, the way I smoke it when I'm not recording, either I read a book or I'm sitting in the garden, and you just allow your mind to drift. Take sips every once in a while, like that. Small little sips. See? Oh, lovely. Now this will also allow the bowl to keep lit, because you're constantly getting air through it. But also you'll taste those flavors, and that will relax you. I don't want it to relax like I do relax when I smoke a blend in the garden, because it's going to take too long. But let me just relax for a few seconds, eh? Now the tapping down, all this ritual is also relaxing. That's nearly 40 minutes. You know, I should really stop looking at the clock, because I'm recording a video. I want to bring out what I'm trying to say and not to look at the clock. I really ought, because I get nervous that it's going to be too long. Yeah, but I suppose you can pause it and watch it according to your time schedule. But the main thing is to get across the message that pipe smoking is very easy to do, and it's very enjoyable and very relaxing, and there's not much to it. I hope I covered it all today's video. Of course there is a bit more to it after you to clean it and to store it, but the truth is It's all common sense. There's nothing here that I've said, I didn't invent the wheel. It's a hobby of thousands of years. And everyone does it their own way, and that's it. The main thing is enjoy it. If it means to buy a pipe, pack in the pipe the way you like it, light it, smoke it the way you like it, it's up to you in the end of the day. Oh, now, one more thing before I finish. For cigarette smokers or vapors, that you're used to a lot more nicotine, what do you do in the beginning? Not to, you can give up before you started, because you need the nicotine, and that is major, right? You need the nicotine. You got cravings. How could you smoke? So what I do is I vape the whole time. In fact, I've got in front of me, yes, 3 different tanks, and all of them have got different tobacco, Virginia mostly, and all sorts. Sorry about this, suddenly storage full, couldn't record more. Anyways, I had to delete a few things in order for me to carry on. So what I was talking about before, that because I vape before I smoke a pipe, so I don't have so much craving for nicotine. But nevertheless, I do understand fully those who want the nicotine. So what I suggest is every few, it's a bit unconventional, but every few, that's what I did, and that's what I do on occasion. Every 10, 5 or 6, it depends, up to you, draws that you just taste the smoke, inhale a bit. That will quench your craving for nicotine, and that we're going to do now, just to give you an example. So you tasted the flavors, because don't forget, by inhaling also you don't taste the flavors as good as when you just circle it in your mouth and through your nostrils. So, but you still get the flavors, but not as good, because the taste buds obviously in your mouth and your nostrils, so you want to taste it in your mouth, not inhale and bypass all those delicious notes. It's not like vaping, right? It's different. Don't be shy to relight. There's no problem relighting 1,000,000 times. If you like it moist, like I do, I don't care how many times I relight. Well, anyway, so I draw a few times, enjoy the smoke, and on occasion, just inhale a bit. You exhale. Just inhale a tiny bit, and that will give you that throat hit. Not so much cigar, you can't do that, right? It's just too strong. But pipe tobacco, some of them are so mild you'll hardly feel it, but it does bring the nicotine into your lungs much quicker, and it will satisfy you, so you'll be able to smoke a pipe on a regular basis and to leave those cigarettes. Because inhaling a bit of pipe tobacco is much healthier than inhaling cigarette smoke. That's for sure. There's no papers, no chemicals, it's pure. So, yeah, that is a side note. Now, another trick, and sometimes then aid your bowl, cover it with fingers, it restrict the airflow, and give it a bit more vigorous, and that will get the bowl started again. But after a while, you will find the best ways for you, what suits you, what blend, what pipe, what method, what way, what technique, with filter, without filter. You will find 100%, you will find what you like best. You need to just experiment a bit more. You need to buy a few pipes. Don't go for expensive. You need to buy a few blends that you can buy in various vendors abroad if it's cheaper, whatever, and just experiment and enjoy the process of experimenting. That's part of the joy of learning how to smoke a pipe and what blend, what have you. Okay, I hope this video was beneficial to the guy who emailed me about that, and I hope it's beneficial to many other smokers. I do apologize on the extra length of time it took this video, but I wanted to get everything in. I hope I didn't miss out anything, and if I did, hopefully I'll be able to fill it in the comments. Obviously, there's a lot more to talk about, so you can watch my previous videos right in the beginning where I was touching the basis, and you can watch my blend reviews to see which one appeals to you. You can check out my pipes to see which one appeals to you, and yeah, but today's video was really a concentrated video on pipe smoking. So I hope it was beneficial. Enjoy your pipe smoking, take it easy, relax, and you will realize the benefits of smoking a pipe to your health. Yeah, because your mental state will be a lot more calmer. It's going to be a hobby that you will really enjoy, and yeah, something to it that is so rewarding and relaxing, and also the joy of buying new blends, new pipes. Don't go overboard. Don't spend too much money on this hobby. You can lose it and buy so much tobacco that you will never smoke in your lifetime, and so many pipes that you won't be able to use them all the time. And it's just take it easy. 1, 2, 3 pipes, a few blends, and yeah. Right, so this will be it for me for today. I wish you all a great day. Enjoy whatever you're smoking. Have a lot of success in whatever you're doing. Stay healthy. Until the next time, God bless. Bye-bye for now.